Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code Ground, the battleground of coding. So today we are going to solve the daily coding challenge of October 7th, that is avoid flood in the city. So let's first read the question. Your country has an infinite number of lakes. Initially, all the lakes are empty, but when it rains over the nth lake becomes full of water. Okay, if it rains over a lake that is full of water, there will be a flood. Your goal is to avoid floods in any lake. Okay, got it. If it rains on any lake, the lake will become full if it was empty, or else if it was not empty, there will be a flood. So in this question, our aim is to avoid the flood. Okay. So let's see what more information is given. Given an integer array range where range of I is greater than 0 means there will be range over the range of ith lake. Okay. If in range of I we are having let's say an integer 3, so there will be rain on the third lake. Got it. Uh, Range of I equals to 0 means there are no rains on this day and you can choose one lake this day and write. Okay. Uh, this means that if range of I equals to 0, there are no rains on this day. And on this day we can choose some lake which had rain previously and we can dry that lake so that it becomes empty again. It becomes empty again. Yeah, got it. Uh, Return an array answer where answer dot length equals to range dot length. Okay. Answer of I equals to -1 if range of I is greater than 0. Okay. Answer of I is the lake you choose to dry in the ith day if range of I equals to 0. Okay. We are going to dry a lake if range of I equals to 0, right? So in the answer array, if range of I equals to 0, answer of I should be the lake's number which we are going to dry. Okay, got it. If there are multiple valid answers, return any of them. If it is possible to avoid flood, return an empty array. Okay. If it is impossible to avoid flood. Okay. Notice that if you choose a dry, if you choose to dry a full lake, it becomes empty. But if you choose to dry an empty lake, nothing changes. Okay, got it. So, okay, how do we solve this? First, let's look at an example. So, range of this is the range array. After the first day, full lakes are 1. Okay. It has rained on the first lake, it has rained on the second lake, it has rained on the third lake, it has rained on the fourth lake. So it has not rained on single lake multiple times. And we also don't have a dry day. So the answer will be -1, -1, -1, -1. Okay. It is understandable. Uh, okay, let's look at example 3. Uh, It has rained on Lake 1. It has rained on Lake 2. It is a dry day, so we can dry any of these two lakes. Okay. If we try to dry the first lake, there will be flood in the second lake because after this there is two. If we try to dry the second lake, there will be a flood in the first lake because there is one, and we only have it one dry day, so we cannot dry both the lakes. We can dry only one of the lakes. So a flood is compulsory in this case. So yeah, uh, okay. So then how do we code this? Uh, Okay, let's get a simple approach. I'll explain while coding. First, int n equals to range dot length. Okay, then we should have the answer array equals to new int of n. Okay, and we should have a map. I'll explain why the map is. This map will have the last rain on the on each lake. Okay, what does that mean? Uh, After processing these two, in this case, the last train will not be on the day 2. it will be on the day 5. So the map will have the last rain equals to new hash map. Okay. Then we should have a set new tree set. Sorry guys, that was a call. Yeah. This tree set uh, will have the dry days. I'll explain why. Okay. So first let's iterate. For int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So int lake equals to range of I. Okay. So first we need to check if the lake is 0. If the lake is 0, that means it is a dry day. So dry days dot add I. The ith day is a dry day. Okay. And what else we can do? We need to have the uh, have the have the lake's number which we are going to dry, but we don't still know on this day which lake we are going to dry. So let's keep a default number. Uh, int default equals to, let's say, some random number 5. Any number would be okay. Yeah. Uh, so uh, answer of I equals to default. Okay. Else. Else, what are we going to do? Else, on that day, the answer will be -1 because we are not going to dry any lake. But here comes the uh, actual catch. So we need to check if this map last rain dot contains lake. What does this mean? This means that it has already rained on that lake. If it has already rained on that lake, we can this particular rain will cause a flood. So we can use any of the above dry days to dry one of those lakes. Yeah. So if last rain dot contains lake, then what do we need to do? Then we need to find a day. Integer day equals to, from the dry days, the dry days dot higher of last rain dot get of lake. So what will this do? Let's suppose we are having dry days as 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9, 10. These are the dry days. So i- let's see, let's suppose we are having this last rain on that particular lake uh, on the day 6. So this in this day this particular statement will return the number which is higher than this, which is greater than this number from the following set. The number 6. So the first number which is greater than 6 is, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5, it is 9. Yes, 9 is greater than 6. So basically, in simpler words, it will return the next dry day so that we can use it. Next dry day of this. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. Then if day equals to null, Then we can return an empty array because we can't stop the flood because there is no dry day next to that day, so that lake cannot be dried. And today also it is raining on that same lake, so lake cannot be the flood cannot be stopped. Return new int of 0. Got it. And yeah, why have I taken this integer object instead of int is if it was an int, it cannot store null, right? If it was an integer, it can store null because if we cannot get any dry day, we need to also have a null value. So that is the only simple reason. Uh, yeah, and yeah, and and that day we can dry this lake. Answer of day will be lake, and from the dry days. We can remove the day, yeah, and last rain dot put because it has rained today on this lake. We should put lake comma I. Now we can return the answer. I guess this should work. Mm, cannot find symbol last rain. Contains key. It is not contains actually. It is a hash map, right? Yeah. Contains key. Dry days. What? Dry days dot remove. Why didn't I write remove? Yeah. Hmm. Excellent. This has worked. So let's submit. Yeah. Uh, we have passed all the test cases. So yeah. That's it for today, guys. In this way, this problem can be solved by just some simple technical thinking. There's nothing very much difficult in this problem. So please do like my video if you have thoroughly understood the solution, and you can watch it for one more time for better clarity. Please do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Thank you. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye.